Okay, so all teachers, all schools, right? In a few minutes, I'm going to give you a structure that's going to improve your school day, improve the students' behaviour if there's an issue, and give you a much nicer environment for learning, and it's going to be a much nicer school. All right, so there we go. So let's say your lessons are 1 hour, right? All teachers in all classrooms stand at their door at the beginning of the lesson. Door is open. All teachers are on the doors on the corridor. Much better behaviour, much better conduct, in always nicer environment. What happens as well, first 5 minutes after bell's gone, right? Students are coming in, and what they do is welcome them in, sit down, get your things out, ready to learn. So you've got 5 minutes, right, for that to happen. Plenty of time because you're on the door, you welcome them in. Right, then you've got 50 minutes of your lesson. There's your lesson. Then what you've got is you've got the last 5 minutes. Now what happens in the last 5 minutes is you prep for your next lesson. The time usually where, you know, the students are going out and the other ones are coming in and you're sort of getting things a bit organised for your next lesson. You prep for your next lesson in the last 5 minutes. Now what you do with the students in that last 5 minutes, right, and this is really great, right, is you get them to review quietly the lesson that you've just had. So what they do is they look over the notes, right, sit quietly thinking about the lesson that they've just had, right, and some of them will take in more in that 5 minutes than any individual piece of information through the 50-minute lesson. So in that last 5 minutes, you prep for your next lesson, the students review. Now a good thing is that if you get any sort of people starting to chat or things like that, you just throw them a random question about the lesson that you've just had. Oh right, so and so, can you tell me about what did we learn on this? Find out and then let me know. They'll be focused on finding out, you carry on prepping with your next lesson. Really simple, that's a behaviour strategy so that, you know, the quiet review time is not abused. Alright, so then what happens in that 5 minutes, you've prepped for your next lesson, they've had a bit of a 5 minute quiet review, right, while they've got their things together, ready to leave. Bell goes, you open the door, you stood on the doorway, kids go out, you're there waiting for your next lesson to come in, right? You're thinking, sounds simple. It is. Do it, right? 5 minutes. Be at the door to welcome the students in. You're at the doorway, you've got an eye on the classroom, you've got an eye on the corridor. 50 minutes, deliver your lesson, right? Last 5 minutes, right, is quiet review time and you prep as a teacher for your next lesson. Keep it that simple and you will be amazed how quickly not only behaviour in your classroom, right, because the students are going to appreciate that last 5 minutes and not going from lesson to lesson. It's really good to have that last 5 minutes, and there's nothing wrong with some quiet talk about the lesson, right? If it gets out of hand, fire them a random question, right? If you want, it's just silent, right? You manage that last 5 minutes, but it's good for the review. It's a little sort of relaxed prep for the next lesson, and what you'll find is your lessons become behaviours better, you manage the classroom in and out better, the corridors better, and that has a knock-on effect to the whole school behaviour, and it'll be absolutely great. So do that. 5 minutes lesson time, 5 minutes at the end, manage it like that, you'll notice a massive difference.